let's talk about crypto rules should match traditional financial system, Yellen says today. So at the beginning of the show, you guys probably heard me listening to Janet Yellen. It's not over. I don't have the full kind of breadth of knowledge that I feel like I would need for this particular subject. So this is a very brief excerpt from, of course, what's going on right now. And maybe you guys want to go back and rewatch what's going on there. But it's all in relation to, cryptocurrency, the regulation of cryptocurrency and how it sits within the United States. I think that's why we see a little bit of red. There's some market uncertainty definitely surrounding cryptocurrency as these speeches are coming out. And then, of course, a lot of it is explanation and more clarity and more details surrounding the Biden's executive order surrounding cryptocurrency. So let's get into it. Treasury Secretary to deliver first speech aimed at digital assets industry. Now, what they have here is a bit of her speech already kind of pulled out. So U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen wants to put the crypto industry on the same level and facing the same rules as the traditional U.S. financial system, according to excerpts from her first speech, to focus entirely on digital assets. Yellen will make the case that finance, including the newest innovations from the crypto industry, should be subject to consistent, tech-neutral rules that protect people from fraud and misleading statements, regardless of whether assets are stored on a balance sheet or distributed ledger. Now, once again, we're going to just go back to this. Read between the lines here. When we talked about know your customer earlier and the fact that they always say that it's going to be, to prevent fraud and basically protect the end user and that sort of thing. But at the end of the day, they can't protect your personal data anyway. So a lot of this is it's a lot of smoke and mirrors to get into cryptocurrency, to get some more control over cryptocurrency. And I think that really is the end goal. So just keep your guard up when we read these types of things. Digital assets may be new, but many of the issues they present are not, Yellen will say in her remarks, prepared for a delivery Thursday at American University. Quote, when new technologies enable new activities, products, and services, financial regulations need to adjust, end quote. The administration has been devoting increased attention to crypto, with President Joe Biden focusing the federal government's efforts through a wide-ranging executive order issued last month. That order forms the backbone of Yellen's speech, which is meant as a high-level outline of Treasury's views and next steps, while getting nowhere near the weeds of referencing individual products or firms, according to Treasury officials previewing the speech. Though lawmakers have begun launching legislative efforts to foster cryptocurrency innovations while keeping public and financial systems safe from hazards, Yellen will argue that, quote, regulators have authorities they can use to promote these objectives, and Treasury supports those efforts, end quote. The Securities and Exchange Commission and Commodity Futures Trading Commission have already been active in staking out their authorities over crypto trading. But the U.S. banking regulators will also have their say as agents debate the best course through the Financial Stability Oversight Council. The industry is already smarting from the SEC proposals that crypto lobbyists and lawyers in Washington think could sweep digital assets into the agency's oversight. Meanwhile, top Republicans such as Senator Pat Toomey have been pitching legislation that could undermine the agency's reach, though it's unclear whether the closely divided Congress will find enough common ground or interest to send any crypto bills to the White House this year. As the industry grows and changes at breakneck pace, Yellen thought it was a good time to share her view, Treasury officials said, including the sentiment that regulation will be critical for crypto's development, not an impediment. Coming from the Biden administration's chief financial voice, her speech makes it clear that crypto has become a top priority for the federal government. Quote, our regulatory frameworks should be designed to support responsible innovation while managing risk, especially those that could disrupt the financial system and economy, she said. You know what disrupts the financial system and economy even more is when you stop backing the US dollar by gold and then you back it by essentially oil through Saudi Arabia, and then you impose sanctions on a country which basically reduces the confidence in the US dollar, and then Saudi Arabia starts accepting other currencies for oil, and Russia fights back by trying to force the UK to stop using the US dollar and to start using the ruble for, of course, the energy. So if we really want to talk about who's damaging or what is more damaging to our financial system and the economy, these are the things that, need to be focused on right now. And I'm not saying that there shouldn't be sanctions. I definitely don't think that sanctions should apply to cryptocurrency because that goes against the fundamentals. However, I don't think that the way that all of that went down was necessarily good for the U.S. economy and the U.S. dollar and the strength of it, clearly, right? So it's kind of funny that the attack's going to go to crypto when in reality, there's a lot of other issues going on. Plus, of course, the inflation, the overprinting of the dollar. There's a lot it's just a mess. And to sit here and say that they need to go ahead and now take control of another financial institution, which is not an institution, but another form of finances of the public because you know better than us. Well, prove to us that you know better and do better and improve our economy first. Fix the US dollar first, and then maybe the public will trust you. Because right now that's not happening, right? Oh, it's frustrating. I hope you enjoyed this clip from the Crypto Mining Morning Show every Monday through Friday, 7:45 a.m. Pacific and 10:45 a.m. Eastern Time. You can check out more clips here, or if you're interested in checking out the entire live show, you can check that out down here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next Tuesday.